right, good evening, everybody. Before the start of tonight's meeting, we met in an executive session to discuss a personnel issue, which will, the manager will take care of tomorrow. Any visitors or public comment? Okay, hearing none, let's move on. Announcements. Our next meeting is May 4th at 7 p.m. Leaf and yard recycling is the third Saturday of each month between 9 and 11, and the drop-off site is the New Britain Road entrance to Central Park. Doylestown Township Parks and Recreation, we've got some upcoming events. On April 24th is the community yard sale. May 13th is the home run derby, and August 23rd is the annual golf outing. So go for more information at the Park and Rec site. And then also, most excitingly, is that we're going to have the resumption of the Thompson Performing Arts Series for 2021 at the CNN Amphitheater, and the kickoff is June 16th with a midnight rock show as the 70s band. And they're also on the website, you will see a complete list of all other planned for concerts throughout the year, including upcoming movies at the end of the season. All right, very exciting. We're resuming almost normal park and rec activities in 2021, and we're all happy that's happening. All right, next item is the regular meeting minutes from March 16th, 2021. Everyone's had an opportunity to read them. Any corrections? I saw one that I'm not going to bother with. It's an S that shouldn't be there. But other than that, anybody have any corrections or changes? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
There's a motion from Nancy. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right. Neshaminy Greenway Trail, we have a couple correspondences from Mr. and Mrs. Zalesko, and an email from Andy Hamilton, and also there was other correspondences that I received regarding the Neshaminy Trail. We received these correspondences, and I'm at a loss where we've made these decisions, and it kind of involves us and the county. Stephanie, what is your plan at this point?
Well, it really doesn't involve the township too much, except for the fact that this is county ground, county project, and we have representatives, one from our bike hike committee, Judy Hendrickson, and one from the EAC, Janine Mitchell, who are serving on the county's Citizen Advisory Design Committee to help guide the county as they continue to review this process. I did speak to Evan Stone. He's the executive director for the Bucks County Planning Commission, and his staff is the ones who received the grant to do the bike trail. They're evaluating all the information they're receiving. The committee only had 2 meetings, and he was figuring they would, as did I, have maybe 6 or 8 before a consensus would be reached. And so obviously after 2 meetings, some of the members serving on the committee have formulated some opinions and are sharing those with the committee, and they've asked for a lot. The county at this point in time is evaluating and sharing with the county commissioners the cost to continue the study. Basically, I think we're kind of in a wait-and-see mode to see if the county will continue with the project, or if they will continue to do the studies, or perhaps take a step back. And so I think at this point, it's a matter of saying thank you and reminding everyone that this is a county project, and let's see where things go at this point in time.
Okay. Any questions, comments from anybody regarding this, these issues? Okay. Thank you, Stephanie. Mm-hmm. And thank you to the folks who have chimed in on this issue, Zaleskos and Andy Hamilton, and I guess Janine Mitchell as well. All right, moving on to the next item, reports from the solicitor.
I have nothing at this point in the agenda, Madam Chair.
Okay. Township, thank you. Township engineer?
Nothing to report at this time.
Chief?
Nothing.
All right. Dave Tomko, Director of Ops.
Yep, excuse me. You have a memo in your packet. It is for the 2021.
Mumbling. Thank
Sorry?
you. It sounds like mumble.
Sorry.
No offense.
I'm trying to hurry.
Don't
You have a memo in your packet for the 2021-22 crushed stone aggregate and paving materials award recommendation. We, as part of the Bucks County Consortium, we go in with adjacent municipalities to purchase bulk materials for road, trail projects, public works projects. We received the bids, and I'm making the request of the board basically accept the bid prices from Eureka Stone Quarry, Hanson Aggregates, BMC Incorporated, Miller Materials, a division of Naceville Materials, Plumstead Materials, division of Naceville Materials, for the 21-22 season.
Okay, is there a motion to approve in the entirety the award of the crushed stone, aggregate, and paving materials?
I'll make the motion.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Dan, first by Jen. All in favor of the motion? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, 4-0. Thank you. Got others?
So just a quick update on the 2021 road program. As I reported to the board and during the budget work session, we are moving forward with our projects to do paving, base paving, curb installation, and wearing course installation in the Pebble Woodridge neighborhood. Right now, we have bids out in the street for the paving. Those bids are due at the end of this month. In the next board meeting, I will come to you with a recommendation for award, and we will then be putting the contracts together for curbing. So we're moving forward in accordance with what we have budgeted for 2021.
Thank you. Anybody have any questions on that brief report? We heard a detail at the budget meeting. We all good? Anybody on screen have any questions? Okay. And I think everybody on screen or on Zoom was at the budget meeting. Okay, thank you. Moving on to the next item of the agenda, Township Manager has some awards to tell us about from Pennsylvania Association of Township Supervisors.
Yes, very excited to share with the board that we took first place in other publications and various brochures.
What would that be an example of?
Those are examples of the Step into September, the invasive species of the month, flyers that we did, the big flyer that EAC did, the brochure on native plants.
That was good.
Yeah, so those are some of the things that were identified. Also, we received third place for the audio-visual communications on the YouTube channel.
Cool.
And of course, third place for our website overall.
Excellent. Congratulations, everyone. Oh, good work. All right, update on the Parks and Rec Community Center feasibility study. Karen?
Good evening.
Hi there.
It's I'm facing no one. If I may, just two quick updates that have come up since you've received your announcements. We are adding to the Performing Arts Series the Central Bucks West Jazz Ensemble.
Oh, good.
They'll be May 26th, I believe it is. And this coming Friday, we have a blood drive right next door in the trailer.
All right.
Thank you for having me tonight. I'm going to give you an update. You want it off, don't you?
You can take that off, please.
I'm not comfortable. I'm going to give you an update of where we stand right now, our status through the feasibility study process with the community center. I'd like to start by giving you a little bit of historical data because sometimes that gets lost in the process. We did have an activity center. We've had indoor space that we've had for over 25 years that was consumed as part of the overall campus project, so all of our indoor space for program delivery and service delivery through Park and Recreation has been sacrificed through that project. However, part of the overall campus project and restoration of our facilities has always included the replacement of the indoor activity space, so this is not a new concept. It actually dates back as far as 1992. And has shown up in every one of our Park Recreation Open Space Comprehensive Plans since that time, including our recently adopted plan in 2020. We're going through this process to make best choices, use best practices, and make sure that the Board of Supervisors has the best data and information to make informed and responsible decisions on behalf of our community. I can't, can you guys see that? Because what we have here is a timeline that was provided by our consultants to move through the feasibility process. We're in that process, and right now we're just moving into the orange bubbles. I want to remind everybody this is an objective process. It's orchestrated and run by the consultants. We get bits of feedback. We do not participate in the focus groups and studies. All the board members, I believe, had their stakeholder interview with the consultant. I don't think anybody missed out on that. So as we go through that process, it also included community partners, potential athletic partners, program partners, neighborhood residents, and public meetings. So we gather information. All of the information that has come in thus far that we've heard back from our consultants is consistent with all of the information we've received in the past through all those other projects and processes, including the public meeting that was held as part of the comprehensive plan in the fall of 2019. So the data and the information as to what people are interested in is continuing to be consistent. I ask everybody's patience because I know you have a lot of questions, but even we do not have all the detailed information at this point. As the process moves forward and we complete the feasibility study, you will receive a full and complete feasibility study document with all the analysis information, recommendations, thoughts, options, and probable costs. All that information will be in there. The consultants will be here to make that presentation for you. At that point, there will be also a second public meeting where the public will receive additional information, again led by the consultants. Following that, all the information, you will have all the information to make your decision moving forward.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Any brief questions? I think Karen really highlighted where we are right now. Thank you. Does anybody on screen, Zoom, have any questions? Jen, you good? I see Dan shaking his head. Jen?
Saying no questions.
No
I think.
questions.
I'm sorry.
All right.
You're all right, thank you.
All good.
Okay, thanks, Karen. Well done. All right, next item on the agenda, comments from supervisors. Jen Herring, you have anything?
Not tonight.
All right. Dan Wood?
Yeah, I just want to kind of echo what Stephanie said about the bike trail being proposed through the Dark Hollow property, and just, you know, I've been on some of our bike and hike meetings. I'm our EAC liaison. I understand that you know, people have very strong opinions, and we are happy to see our township so engaged in this. But just a reminder that it is a county project, and they are giving us an advisory role, which is nice of them, and they don't have to do that. So my only suggestion would be, with your concerns with this project, while I'm not saying don't give them to us, we're happy to look at them. The county's where you want to go with this information if you have concerns about the trail or where it goes or not. And I will. I'm hoping to see something happen. This is right behind my neighborhood, and it's a really beautiful part of the township back there. And it would be nice to see something happen with that. But of course, we have to take everything into consideration. So thank you, everyone who's voiced your opinions on it, and make sure we continue to be engaged on it.
Thank you, Dan. Nancy, you have anything?
And being forthcoming. There you go. Being forthcoming, I look forward to hearing your plan. Second, just a little shout out to Ed Edenbach, Aaron Waltzer, and Jean Lawton, who worked very hard. Our committees have been putting presentations together of 2020, and they've linked them all together, and they're putting them on our website. So if you want to learn about our different committees and what they've been doing, it's wonderful, and I want to say thank you. It was a lot of work to get there. Also, the dog park's been very busy. They're putting dog bites together, or little quick emails to let people know the up and comings of what's happening at the dog park, from events to how to care for awkward situations. So I also would like to give a shout out to Kathy Brown and the group who are really just trying to connect with the community. I think we're all missing that because of COVID. So thank you.
Thank you. Ryan's. I'm looking for Ryan. Ryan is ill. I want to reiterate what Dan said. We like hearing from our residents, and we encourage that, and don't stop. So we do what we can control, but we will listen and help where we're not in charge. So please don't stop communicating with us your concerns. All right, thank you, everybody. Moving on to unfinished business, the pension plans and investment policy statement. I hope everyone had a chance to read it. I think it's excellent. I'm assuming that this is something we will adopt. If there are any questions or concerns or any other comments regarding, anyone have anything? I'm speaking for myself. I think it's excellent, but I assume.
Again, want to thank PAC because they really did an excellent job and really thorough.
Pension Advisory Committee did a nice job on this. I agree.
They did. They put in a lot of hours to put it together and did a fantastic job.
Yes, extremely helpful. And it's going to be a great tool as we reach our what is it called? Where we should be, the assumptions that we need to make to be in a more realistic number for our pension. So everybody good? I keep looking down here for you guys who aren't here. Is there a motion to approve the policy statement?
I'll make the motion to
Make the
approve.
motion.
All right, there's a motion by Nancy, a second by Jen.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, thank you. All right. Next item on the agenda is we're done with old business, now new business. We're driving forward EV charger grant.
Yes.
I love it. We're going to have stations.
If you allow us to move forward with the Bucks County TMA and work with them on a grant program that they have that would enable us to obtain 2 EV chargers that will be accessible here in the Central Park area and close to the building here. We would expend $1,500, but we would get $15,000 as part of the grant, and they would be accessible 24/7, access to the public and connected to the wireless network, and they'll be searchable by smartphones. They'll be in the public parking lot next to the Township Administration and been identified as ideal area because it contains the infrastructure that we need. And we would move forward with that program if we have your authorization to do so.
I'm loving it.
And we'll be part of that Ready for 100 we're working on with the EAC.
All right. I see Jen with a motion.
I would love to make the motion to approve moving forward with the EV chargers.
Excellent.
And I'd like to make the second.
All right. Motion a second. All in favor?
Aye.
I'm going to hook up as soon as it's up there. All right. Next is the 537 plan revision for Pebble Ridge, Woodridge section, sewer extension.
Yes, Alex Dyke from Gilmore & Associates, who's working with the authority, is here. The paperwork is in the board's packet. He will go over why we need to do this amendment to our 537 plan. And we
Hi,
have
Alex.
photos as
Welcome.
well.
Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you. I know there's various levels of familiarity among the staff and the board with this issue, so I'll be brief, but I certainly welcome any questions about this. But it's essentially, the 537 revision is essentially an administrative exercise being required by Pennsylvania DEP in association with a minor change to the Pebble Ridge Woodridge sewer project, which I think you're all very familiar with. The minor change in the project itself is basically the addition of a small grinder pump or lift station along Militia Hill Road to convey the sewer essentially across the creek. It was necessitated by a change that was made earlier in the project when the height of the sewer on the other side of the creek had to be raised based on the rock that was encountered at the time. The pictures that came up on your screen is an example of the type of grinder pump station that we're proposing, and essentially, for practical purposes, a small station like that will take the place of a manhole that was previously intended to be in the collection and conveyance system at the point where the sewer crosses the creek. Because the sewer had to be raised on the one side of the creek, basically on the other side of the creek, rather than being able to flow by gravity, we have to put that little pump station in to push the flow across the creek, get it under the creek, and have it flow down to the interceptor where it proceeds to, to the rest of the collection system, ultimately to the treatment. So, again, just a minor change, and again, it's another example on your screen of the type of system that we're proposing, the type of grinder pump station. Fairly inobtrusive, a small structure similar in size and appearance to a manhole with a small control panel. The station will be provided, installed, owned, and operated by Bucks County Water and Sewer Authority. So there's no impact to the project in terms of cost or O&M to the township, but it's just a minor change. Again, it was necessitated by the change in the in the design and the installation of the sewer based on the conditions that they encountered. And the 537 revision is just something that's kind of automatically triggered with DEP anytime you have any kind of pump station, even though this one really represents a very minor change. It doesn't change anything else about the project than people who are served. The rest of the system, nothing else has changed, just the station itself. But this is an exercise, and because planning is a township function, they require you as the Board of Supervisors for Doylestown Township to approve this 537 revision in order to move forward. So,
just a quick question. I'm
Sure.
curious. Is this going to be located on somebody's property, or you have? Is it
no,
township
this is
property?
in the road right away. Actually, It's
Okay.
actually, if you're familiar with the neighborhood at all, it's actually below the residential properties in the part of the road that coming off of Alm's house.
I know exactly where. Okay, just curious. All right, is a motion to approve the resolution for the amendment to the 537 plan to include this a sewage facility plan?
I'll make that motion.
I have one question with the provided documentation. It's in section 3. There's a part about cost and funding. It says in table 1 there should be the possible construction or probable construction costs. I don't see that table anywhere in my document, and I would like to know the comparative cost between the two projects.
Okay, I
Or two.
don't have the document in front of me to know what you're referring to, but I will tell you this, and this may answer your question. The cost of this grinder pump station itself is being borne by the Bucks County Water and Sewer Authority. They made this change out of necessity, again, based on the fact that they had to raise the sewer on the other side of the creek to get it out of the rock that was holding up the project, in effect. But they took on this change, and they will be paying the differential cost. And I know that was something that DEP had asked to see, was the differential cost. And I don't know exactly where it is in your report. I apologize. I don't have it in front of me. But I know that that cost is being borne by the Bucks County Water and Sewer Authority.
Okay, so that will not come out of the contingency budget for the project.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for
thank you.
clarification, Dan, on 3.0, the cost that's in the packet, it said there will be no additional cost borne by the project's participants or ratepayers.
Yeah, I understood. I just wasn't sure if that was within the projected budget, or like the contingency covered that, or with the overrun
Not going to be part of it at all.
or if that was completely
Again,
held
it's-
back.
it's-
So I
It's
understand.
not going to be part
And the
of the
reason it's
cost
not
at all.
reflected there is because it's a net zero to the project, because Bucks is picking up that differential cost to install the grinder pump station.
Okay.
Okay. There's a motion. I'm looking for a second.
I'll second.
No, you made the motion, I think.
No, Nancy made it.
Andy, I beg your pardon. Okay, thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Sorry, Nance. I didn't mean to forget you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, thanks, Alex. Good to go. Zoning hearing board applications, 14 Greenway Drive.
I would recommend we leave this matter to the zoning hearing board, but they've seen it a number of times with the fences through the easements and are very good at dealing with this issue.
Okay. 47 Scarlet Oak. Same.
Again, this is variance for the shed. I think that the zoning hearing board can handle this as well.
All right, and then finally, 100 Rogers Road.
Again, the zoning hearing board can address that one as well for the garage.
Okay. Anything else from anybody? All right, I'm going to reiterate the announcements. We're next meeting on May 4th at 7 p.m. Leaf and Yard Recycling is the third Saturday of each month from 9 a.m. to 11. The drop-off site is the New Britain Road entrance to Central Park. Doylestown Township Parks and Rec upcoming events, April 24th, Community Yard Sale, May 13th, Home Run Derby, August 23rd, our annual golf outing. And for more information, visit doylestownrec.com. And 2021 Thompson Performing Arts Series kicks off the season at the CNN Amphitheater in Central Park on June 16th with a performance of Midnight Rock Show. For a complete list of dates and other performances, and you heard Karen announce 2 additionals this evening, just go to doylestownpa.org, and you will also see a list of the upcoming events in this Performing Arts Series in our next issue of the Township newsletter, which is coming out real soon. So you'll have the paper in addition. So we're done. I think we're all done, all adjourned, and thank you very much, everyone.
Good night, all.
Documents to
Bye,
sign.
bye, supervisors.